the bottom right of the map, we have the AZUBU player. This is player number 3 for them. This is
AZUBU Supernova.
Supernova, the one player that AZUBU sent out to take down the last man standing, the last Protoss standing for StarTale. To the top left of the map of DMZ, we have
StarTale, Avenge.
victorious against Genius in the PvP.
Yeah. You know, if he gets the reverse 4-kill here and wins the team match, it would be surprising, but you know, if you asked me, if someone told me, like, I've already seen the future, but I want you to guess, like, either Genius or Avenge is going to get an all-kill, who do you think it's going to be? I would say Avenge. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't believe either of them, but I would still say Avenge.
Me too.
So it's possible, you know, it's possible that he could do it. Anything, I mean, this Team League match alone has shown that in Team League matches, anything, and I mean anything, is possible.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I mean, right now, these games, they are insane. And that storyline alone is just crazy. We talked a little bit about the win ratio that Avenge has against Terran, and even though it just has 62% with 13 games played or 13 maps played, it's just the quality of opponents that he faced that is really the most important part here. The ratio that you see here on screen, once again, I just want to remind everyone that this is also including the Wings of Liberty stats that don't really matter here. So focusing on Heart of the Swarm, he has 13 maps played and won 62% of them against opponents like Keen, SC, Gumiho, played against the Fantasy, Maru, and Marine King. Supernova, if you look at his track record against Protoss in Heart of the Swarm, we have him with 9 maps played. He won 56% of them, playing against opponents like Seed, First, Alicia, Creator, Squirtle, and Parting. So both of them with a very similar win ratio here.
Yeah.
And Supernova is going into
CC first.
Yeah, CC first and double barracks behind it, whereas we have Avenge going straight into that Nexus after his opening.
Yeah, he scouts, he cancels his second gas and pulls everything out of gas so that he can get his Nexus up as fast as possible. A very good response to what he's scouted here. He's not going to take an economic deficit. He's not also going to try to be aggressive as a response. He's just doing the best thing he knows to do, which is to say, you're on the high ground with your CC, so I'll make my Nexus later than you, but since it's on the low ground, it'll even out. A very appropriate response to get that Nexus like that. Uses Chrono Boost to catch up on the worker count. So both players really even, neither getting an advantage from the opening.
Avenge in the last season of the Challenger League won all his matches against Terran players except for the final match against Flash. He lost that without taking a single map, but even in that best-of-3 series he looked really strong, and you could actually argue that at least game number 2 was a bit of a throw by him. He doesn't have the experience that Flash had, but he's gathering a lot of experience, and that is what he needs to just improve even more as a player, and he does it every single time we see him in the booth. He won his own Challenger League match in the first round today, a little bit earlier against Argo, advanced to the second round, will therefore at least be able to participate in the up and downs if he doesn't go straight to the Premier League. But now he's up against an opponent who is participating in the Premier League, and he lost, Supernova that is, he lost yesterday in his match, but he is a very strong opponent to face, and a very experienced player at that. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah. He's from OGS, and that's how long he's been around.
There's the Proxy Robotics, and Avenge
push, I think.
wants to give AZUBU a taste of their own medicine, but the Marines are moving out. Are they going across the map, or where are they headed? Oh, the Stalker distracting them.
Nicely done, damaging a lot of those Marines too. You know, I say that I think we'll see Immortals. We could just see a very fast War Prism drop as well with Sentries. Much less likely, but it's definitely a possibility against this build. It's very strong.
I just love how he uses those Stalkers. He saw that the Marines were actually tempted to go to the left and get a few scouting information there, and he uses the Stalker to just take everything out and to distract the Marines as much as they can. That is actually like brilliant. And here come additional gateways, already building them, whereas Supernova is trying to get his early upgrades out with the engineering bay.
There's the first Immortal.
And the hit points on the Marines are already getting low.
Yeah. This is really going to come into play later on. So he just continues to pick up the Marines, and if he doesn't see this, I mean, there's no way for him to see this.
Yeah.
There's no way for him to see that, hey, there's no extra gates and there's no robotics on the main unless he scans.
He's playing it safe though. He's trying to actually build the second bunker just in case, because he's like, well, you deny my scouts the entire time. I have no idea what you're doing, so I might as well just throw down a second bunker and be a little bit more safe here. Even two missile turrets are now going up because, let's face it, he has no idea. Supernova just doesn't know what's going on in this game.
Yeah, he's been totally shut down as far as scouting goes. And the probe here is scouted, and that will tip him off a little bit. That's like, why is there a probe here?
Immediately the third bunker. Immediately another bunker is being added upon realizing there is a probe. Double Immortal on the way. The pylon is building to the right side of the map. He added 4 additional gateways. 3 are about to be completed. And then we will see the warp-ins. Avenge is going for this massive attack. And this is the one chance that he has against Supernova. But the Terran player is preparing.
He's losing a lot of his Marines, though. He's lost so many already. 3 Marines down, and so many of them still low on hit points. And, you know, this is only a 2-gas push. There's not a 3rd or 4th gas, so he's going to have a lot of Zealots in his mix.
Yeah, Supernova now up against this build. He's actually building reactors right now, and here comes the army. He can't produce additional Marines. He's pulling those SCVs, but the force fields are brilliant, and bunker number 1 is gone. The second one falls as well. It looks like Supernova might go down here. There's so much DPS for the Protoss player.
Yeah, he's dead here. The SCV pull was way too late in the force fields. Even so, even if he had pulled on time, we're so good. It's just, he didn't have enough. He wasn't ready. And this bunker will fall now. He can force field it again with the rest of his sentries, and that's exactly what he does.
He's waiting for the rest of his units moving in, and now Supernova is trying to save what there's to save. He's creating all those SCVs into the main base, and now that his reactors are done, he's rallying units out there, but it's already too late. He lost so much production time because he added those add-ons.
Yep. Add-ons going down here, you know, speaking of which.
Avenge is in Supernova's face, quite literally, and now he's taking down that starport as well. He sends even more Zealots in the main base. Another pylon is being added on the high ground here.
Nexus added as well here.
Oh my god, Avenge, he is gonna take that game.
And the Nexus actually works really well here, blocking the SCVs from actually engaging the army, and that's it.
GG! Avenge takes the second win.
I think it may be time to send out the big guns. Maybe they really do need to send out Symbol here to stop this guy from getting the momentum.
Oh, you mean there wasn't the big guns already?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Well, I don't know about that. Avenge with the victory. We talked about his track record against Terran, and he just proved it. Supernova goes down. And the AZUBU coach, not very just yet, but that smile is gone.
Yeah, the smile is gone. This is a very, very tense match that we were watching right now. GS is like, please don't put me on camera. It makes me uncomfortable right now. Avenge getting some momentum here, though.
Yeah.
And that's something you want to prevent.
I like this match a lot. Avenge, I don't know. He has to win so many more games. He has to win 2 more games if he wants to take this.
Yeah. He seems very stressed out, but he's definitely got the adrenaline pump. You can tell by like his movements.
You think that he's stressed out? I actually don't think so. I think that nobody expects him to take that. Like, now that he won 2 games, but I think he feels like, okay, I've taken down 2, but he knows that he has to face Symbol. I think if Symbol comes out next, and he takes out Symbol and he goes, well, doesn't matter who comes out next, I think he's going to be stressed out if he comes to the ace match. Because before that, he's going to be like, winning against 4 players, this is probably not going to happen. I'm going to take it a map at a time. But if he goes into the final match, I think then he's probably so much more violent.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
He could do it.
He could do it, man. I think there's actually a decent chance he does it, but he has to prove himself.
Who's going to be a player? Like, we are going to see Symbol.
Yeah.
If it's not Symbol right now, who are they going to pick?
I want to say another Zerg player, actually, to be honest.
Violet?
Violet is my pick. Even though they've shown Sleep oftentimes more than Violet, I think that Violet is the better choice here.
I actually agree. I think we're going to see 2 Zerg players that are going up against Avenge now.
No more Terrans and no PvP, and they don't have... I mean, other than send Son out for a PvP, that's just not something that you want to do right now.
Yeah, not really. He had some decent results in the GSTL this season, but I still think that the Zerg players did a lot more for AZUBU. And I mean, and nobody's going to argue that Symbol is one of the players that has to come out. So you might try to send Symbol out first, then you can still choose, depending on how well he performs against Zerg. That might be something that AZUBU is going to do right now. But if they don't send out Symbol as the next player, I think it's going to be Violet.
Completely agree. 100% Violet on the edge. Not far
Neither
on
of
the
them.
edge. Sun!
They're going to send out Sun, another Protoss. Look at that.
Oh! The head bows here for
Interesting.
Avenge as he walks into the booth.
Very interesting. Avenge already took down Genius, and he won today against another Protoss player in the Challenger League in a best of 3. That's the matchup that he prepared for. And keep in mind, guys, you actually prepare the most for the you prepare for every single match that you play in the Challenger League. But if it's the first round, you practice your heart out, because you know if you lose that, you're going down. You drop out of the Challenger League completely, and therefore his PvP, he should have a lot of builds prepared.
Yeah.
Avenge, that is.
Definitely true. Well, I'm excited to see what is going to happen here in this PvP match. Anything goes. We have a 5-minute break though before.
Another 5-minute break, and then we have another PvP. The coach, is he hoping already? He has some hope left, but we are going to find out if Avenge can take down another Protoss player after a 5-minute break here at the GSTL. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a few.
Oh, never change, always be the same. Driving slow on purpose up in my fast lane. Then again, how do you reason with the heathen if perception is reality? Perceive that I be leaving. I know